Ghosts in the cold dust spun a twisted rhyme. The lanterns flicker in a rusted embrace, where saints trade their sins for a crooked grace. I've seen a preacher drink from a cracked chalice, swearing salvation's just a ghost in the palace. His words bleed shadows on the chapel floor, and the broken bells toll forevermore. Ride the midnight gospel on rusted rails, where the sinners drown in forgotten tales. The hymn of the lost, a whispered wail in the echo steel and the thunder's hail. Beneath the stars that never shine, I carve your name in the blackened pine. The smoke curls like a lover's sigh in a hymn that's sung when the night runs dry. So take my hand through the ashen flame, where the past and the present call your name. The midnight gospel and rusted rails, a country prayer that never fails. Take my hand through the ashen flame, where the past and the present call your name. The midnight gospel and rusted rails, a country prayer that never fails. Smoke trails wind through the canyon's breath, where whispers gather like secrets of death. A broken lantern swings on a rusted chain, lighting the path where I lose and gain. Your shadow flickers on a distant hill, a silent promise that time can't kill. The night hums low like a forgotten prayer, and I chase the silence hanging in the air. Smoke trails and broken lanterns guide me home, through tangled roots and fields unknown. I carry the weight of 1,000 years and the song of a love soaked in tears. The wind's a stranger that calls my name, with memories wild as untamed flame. And in the dark where the lost souls roam, I find my peace in the unknown. So I follow smoke trails and broken light, through endless shadows follow smoke, trails and broken light, through endless shadows and the quiet night. With every step, I'm closer to where your heart waits for me in the midnight air. Left like a lantern tossed in the stream, flickering low in a rust-colored dream. The fence line sighs when your boots don't pass, and the field forgets in a sea of grass. Your name lives on in the birch trees bend, where the bark peels slow like it's shedding the end. And I wait in the hush where the old songs sleep, where the porch still creaks like a heart too deep. I lit a light for the path you chose, hung it high where the wild sage grows. But love ain't a flame, it's the shadow it throws. And I was the moth who stayed too close, while I wander through nights that forget what they're worth, with a lantern dim and my hands in the earth. The river don't speak, but it carries the sound of all the goodbyes we never wrote down. And I whisper to stars like they knew your face, each one burning out in a different place. Time don't heal, it just hides a scar, like a mirror cracked behind the bar. And maybe you're gone, but I still confess I fold your name in a prayerless dress. So if you see a light from some far off bend, know it's just me with a flame I tend. Love never left, it just changed its claws, and I became the lantern, you the moth. Dust swirl like smoke from a preacher's breath, in a town that forgot how to mourn its death. I met a rattlesnake preaching salvation in the dark, telling sinners to pray with a venomous heart. The wind carried secrets through a cracked out spire, where shadows danced on an old barbed wire. Your silhouette burned in the flicker of flames, a ghost in the pews whispering no one's name. In the last Rattlesnake Sermon, the sky ripped apart, and I held your memory like a broken art. There's salvation within. I'll walk through the fire with my hands tied low, searching for heaven where no rivers flow. The sermon ended with a whispered goodbye, and the rattlesnake smiled with a cold, dark eye. So I'll carry your shadow through the dust and the thorn, in the church of the lost, where the night is born. The last rattlesnake sermon still echoes inside, a hymn for the broken, a place to hide. Shadow through the dust and the thorn, in the church of the lost, where the night is born. The last rattlesnake sermon still echoes inside, a hymn for the broken, a place to hide.
There's a hymn in the hush of a field gone gold, where the wind writes letters that never get old. I walked where your laughter once kissed the ride, now it echoes soft in the wings of the sky. Your boots left stories the rain didn't wash, still stitched in the soil, quiet and awash. The crows don't call like they did last June, just a hush between breaths and a slow, sad tune. And I still sew stars in tonight's loose hymn, trying to mend what I lost back then. No train ever came, but I stood in the rain, reading your name in the thread of the plane. I don't need roads when I carry your light, a lantern of memory, soft but bright. Home's not a place, it's a hush, it's a flame, it's a whisper of you when the wild grass came. So I'll keep on stitching the dust to the dawn, with the thread of the love that hasn't moved on. Though time blows like weed through an unspoken pain, I still walk with you through the quiet place. So I'll keep on stitching the dusk to the dawn, with the thread of the love that hasn't moved on. Though time blows outside cottonwood. You fed me corn and stitched my side, then tipped your hat and let me fly. I flew through dust, I flew through rain, with one good wing, your last name. And I still call your rooftop when the moon is full and gold. Still sing above your porch rail like I did when I was bold. They say crows don't write no letters, but I carry words like stones, from skies you'll never walk again, to fields you used to own. The barn is gone, the wheat's grown wild, your boots hang quiet like a prayer on trial. I met a lark who knew your laugh, said you once played fiddle for the aftermath. I've flown past time, I've flown past grace, but your kindness carved a place. And I still call your rooftop when the moon is full and gold. Still sing above your porch rail like I did when I was bold. They say crows don't write no letters, but I carry words like stones, from skies you'll never walk again, to fields you used to own. You taught me skies ain't always kind, but mercy, friend, is hard to find. So here's my song, it's scratched in flight, one black wing against the night. If I could write with ink and pen, I'd send this tale where you've been. But for now I'll croak and circle wide, a feathered soul still on your side.
At dawn he turns the stubborn earth, where roots are tangled since his birth. With calloused hands and heart so wide, he plants his dreams where secrets hide. Each seed a shimmer called from sky, a whispered wish, a silent cry. The furrows gleam with silver light, though no one sees but him at night. He's planting stars in the furrow deep, where the restless soil holds what we keep. No harvest comes by dawn's first gleam, but he's tending hope, not just a dream. And when the night folds round the farm, those stars take root and stretch their arms. Neighbors say he's lost his mind, chasing sparks that no one finds. But he just smiles and keeps the pace, for every star's a saving grace. One day they say the sky will fall, and light will sprout through fields and all. Until then, he'll sow and pray for night to grow in bright array. He's planting stars in the furrowed deep, where the restless soil holds what we keep. No harvest comes by dawn's first gleam, but he's tending hope, not just a dream. And when the night folds round the farm, those stars take root and stretch their arms. So if you find your heart worn thin, look for light where dark has been. There's magic in the furrows sown, a garden where the stars have grown. He walks when the world forgets to breathe, past the porch light's hush and the willow's teeth. With a sack of thread and a whisper blade, he gathers the dreams that the sleepers made. Through cotton curtain windows low, he hums a tune the lost folks know, plucks a memory warm and wide, folds it gently, tucks it inside. He's the one who tends the stars, not with maps but with old guitar scars. While you drift through fields of sleep, he's sowing silence so deep. And come the dawn, he disappears, the dream harvester with no years. He once loved a girl who dreamed in red, but dreams like those don't get to wed. She woke too soon, forgot his face, now he haunts her pillowcase. Some say he's cursed, some say he's kind, some say he's just a trick of mine. But I once woke with tears and rye, and a fresh cut dream left hanging dry. He's the one who tends the stars, not with maps but with old guitar scars. While you drift through fields of sleep, he's sowing silence so deep. And come the dawn, he disappears, the dream harvester with no years. So if you wake with your past undone, with hope curled quiet like the sun, thank the man who walks the breeze, harvesting what your heart still sees. So if you wake with your past undone, with hope curled quiet like the sun, thank the man who walks the breeze, harvesting what your heart still sees.
There's a house down by the willow bend where autumn whispers never end. The paint is chipped, the porch boards creak, but inside lives the days we seek. Each window holds a faded face, laughter caught in amber space. The floorboards hum old lullabies of summers past and clear blue skies. Oh, the house remembers every fall, the leaves that danced and then would fall. It knows the tears, it knows the smiles, the quiet talks and lonely miles. Though walls may crack and years may pass, its heart beats steady in the past. The garden's wild with memories, where roses bloom like reveries. And if you listen close and still, hear the stories time can't kill. One day the wind may claim the door, but not the love that's lived before. For homes are more than wood and stone, they're where the soul has found its home. So if you find that place someday, let your memories softly stay in the house that remembers fall. You'll find a home inside us all.
They built it wrong, or so they say. A lighthouse 10 miles from the nearest bay. No gulls, no ships, no ocean spray, just rows of wheat that sway and sway. But every dusk he climbs the stairs, lantern in hand, salt in his prayer. Though he's never seen a tide or well, he swears he hears a phantom cell. He lights the lamp for skies that weep, for storms that rage in someone's sleep. Though sea
to ask for more. The townsfolk laugh, call him the bluff, say tending wheat is light enough. But every spark that he ignites, he swears it shines through stranger nights. One girl left town and years went past. She sent a shell, I saw your mast. And still he stands where no ships be, a lighthouse facing fields not seen. He lights the lamp for skies that weep, for storms that rage in someone's sleep. Though sea lies far beyond his reach, he guards the ghosts that haunt the wheat. And maybe dreams don't need a shore to crash, to drift, to ask for more. So if you pass that windswept farm and see a tower shining warm, no, not all sailors ride the foam. Some keep the sea by staying home. Past the split rail fences, where the thistle dares to grow, lives a man who keeps the hours that the world forgot below. He winds a clock made out of stone, it ticks and crows and rain. Says time don't pass, it circles back, wearing different names. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. His roof is made of calendar, leaves that fall but never die. He catches echoes in a jar, then throws them to the sky. Children climb to hear his tales of mornings left behind, of a train that only runs for those who've lost their sense of time. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. Say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. I asked him once what time it was. He smiled and shook his head. It's always now or never, boy, depends on what you said. So when the clocks all break and the bells don't chime, look up that hill and you might find a man still humming, quiet and proud, keeping hours inside the clouds.
say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. When the clocks all break and the bells don't chime, look up that hill and you might find
he walks at dusk with a lantern low, down roads where no one dares to go, not looking for folks or their remains. He's calling out the window panes. In every house the wind forgot, he hums to glass grown cold with rot. Not for ghosts or souls long gone, but for the light that once lived on. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. He knows each frame by name and tilt, each story etched in dust and silt. Some held grief and some held grace, but all held faces time erased. Folks say he lost a child one fall to fever and a silent hall. Since then he roams where light once stayed and sings for what won't be remade. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song in flame and feel the glass remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. He don't need walls or open doors, he's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song and flame and feel the glass remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. There's a trail behind the cornfield where the fireflies won't go, and the owl speaks in riddles only midnight riders know. I've seen shadows kiss the hayloft like a ghost that wants to stay, while the moon once rode a mare down the hills of yesterday. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time, said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play,
since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. There's a lantern made of amber in the cabin by the stream. It burns with all the names I've lost and ones I dare to dream. I drink silence from a tin cup carved with crooked truth, and I bury all my questions in the orchard of my youth. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest rivers still call somewhere home. So I'll hum beneath the pine wind where the dusk like gold swayed, till the moon rides back that mare through the dream we never made. There's a lantern made of amber in the cabin by the stream. It burns with all the names I've lost and ones I dare to dream. I drink silence from a tin cup carved with crooked truth, and I bury all my questions in the orchard of my youth. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest rivers still call somewhere home. So I'll hum beneath the pine wind where the dusk like gold sway, till the moon rides back that mare through the dream we never made. Yeah, yeah. There's a track behind the orchard fence where the weeds grow thick and dense. No train's been seen for 50 years, but still you hear it when doubt draws near. Folks say it rides on iron and loss, fueled by names the mind forgot. If you feel hollow, thin as flame, you might just hear it call your name. It don't stop for fame or gold. It don't care if you're young or old. It only comes through silent towns when your memories start breaking down. And if you board, you best beware. It may take you where you ain't there. I met a girl in '89, said she heard that engine whine. She wrote her name in dirt and cried. Watched the whistle steal the sky. They say the engineer's got no face, just a code stitched out of grace.
keep your name in ink and ash. Speak it slow, make each breath last. 'Cause there's a train that no one claims, and it only runs on fading names. So keep your name in ink and ash. Speak it slow, make each breath last. 'Cause there's a train that no one claims, and it only He walks by sin, shifting wind, through weeds so tall it hides his sin. His eyes are glass, but truth is sound. He hears the roots beneath the ground. He speaks to stones and rusty gates, tell stories time disintegrates. Says I don't need no map or flame, I chase the paths that have no name. Where no one's foot is fallen, no names carved in the dust, where silence sings in cedar and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot, like the scent of rain on gravel or the warmth in something lost. He kissed a girl in Arkansas who dreamed in shades he never saw. But when she begged for roots and rings, he vanished with the blackbird's wings. He says the world's too full of doors that open to the lives we wore, but I want one that swings on air somewhere no one's ever cared, where no one's foot is falling, no names carved in the dust, where silence sings in cedar and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot, like the scent of rain on gravel or the warmth in something lost. So if you hear a cane on stone or smell wild mint where none is grown, he's passed you by, still searching slow for places no eyes ever know. So if you hear a cane on stone or smell wild mint where none is grown, he's passed you by, still searching slow for places no few eyes ever know.
I buried my name in a jar of clay under the elm where you walked away. Left my coat on the scarecrow's spine and watched it dance like it still was mine. There's a note in the drawer with your final lie, faded ink like a tear too dry. You said love was a bird that don't nest long. Guess I stayed for the ache, not the song. Now I drink from the dust where your shadow fell, whiskey and ghosts in a carousel. Your ring's on the horn of a moonlit steer, and I ride through the past just to keep you near. This life ain't clean, it just wears you thin, like ashes in a bell jar sealed within. I heard you're in Texas with a new last name, trading scars for pearls and playing tame. But the wind down here still calls you true. Even the crows ask, where the hell are you? I built a chapel out of rusted steel, lit candles made of every hurt I feel. And if God comes round, he'll find me bare, preaching to ghosts in the midnight air. Don't chase your light, I just breathe your flame, like a brand on my soul I can't rename. This ain't a love song, it's a prayer gone thin, spoken soft from the ashes in the bell jar tin. Now I drink from the dust where your shadow fell, whiskey and ghosts in a carousel. Your ring's on the horn of a moonlit steer, and I ride through the past just to keep you near. This life ain't clean, it just wears you thin, like ashes in a bell jar sealed within. Heard you're in chapel out of rusted steel, lit candles made of every hurt I feel. And if God comes around, he'll find me bare, preaching to ghosts in the midnight air. Oh, I don't chase your light, I just breathe your flame, like a brand on my soul I can't rename. This ain't a love song, it's a prayer gone thin, spoken soft from the ashes in the bell jar tin.
There's blood on the back roads where the wild winds cry, underneath a sky that bleeds its own goodbye. The tire spins stories in the dirt and rust, tracing the ghosts of a broken trust. Your voice rides the night like a hollow flame, calling my name through the midnight rain. I chase the echo, but it slips through my hands like dust on the wheel of a worn-out van. Blood on the back roads and tears in the rain, a heart on the run trying to break the but I carry your memory like a haunted home. In the rear view mirror, the past's a ghost, and the blood on the back roads means the most. So I'll ride through the night, through the pain and the scars, following moonlight and broken guitars. Blood on the back roads, but I'm still alive, holding on to the fire that keeps me alive. So I'll ride through the night, through the pain and the scars, following moonlight, broken guitars. Blood on the back roads, but I'm still alive, holding on to the fire that keeps me alive.
Underneath the hollow oak, the secret side, where shadows twist like smoke against the sky. A silver fox with eyes like burning coal whispers the stories that time stole. The creek runs backward where the lost horns dream, murmurs of lovers in a spectral stream. I traced your footprints in the dust and rain, but they vanished in echoes like forgotten pain. In the hollow oak, the past never dies. It dances with ghosts beneath moonlit skies. I'm chasing a shadow, it's part of my soul. It echoes from the hollow. Oh, I'm whole. The wind hums low like a mournful tune, carrying secrets beneath a haunted moon. If you listen close, you'll hear the call of a love that's lost but outlasts all. So I'll stand by the tree where the silence speaks, where time folds thin and the spirit seeks. With every breath I'll remember and cope in the echoes from the hollow. So I'll stand by the tree where the silence speaks, where time folds thin and the spirit seeks. With every breath I'll remember and cope in the echoes from the hollow. Oh.
with the frost still clinging to the wire. The moon wore your silence like an old barbed wire. I stood with a match, but the fields were wet. Couldn't burn the past, just remembered it. Your coat's still hanging on the weathered door. Dust grows slow on the boots you wore. And I swear some nights when the world leans back, I hear your laugh in the coyote's track. Now I plant my hope where your shadow fell, in rows of sorrow I know too well. There's love in the soil and pain in the rain, and your name grows wild in the golden grain. I keep looking up when the night gets hard, for a little bit of you in the grain between the stars. A letter half written, a song never sung, a sky full of answers spoken in tongue. But you were the thunder I couldn't outpace, and I'm still just a boy in a windswept place. So I walk through the dark with my bare two hands, sifting for meaning in broken lands. And I pray the harvest, though jagged and scarred, will bloom with your light in the grain between the stars. So I walk through the dark with my bare two hands, sifting for meaning in broken lands. And I pray the harvest, though jagged and scarred, will bloom with your light in the grain between the stars. I laid my heart where the fence post ends, beside a road that forgets its bends. Sky was stitched with a raven's flight, and your name hung low in the edge of night. You said love's just smoke in a holy jar. It glows then fades where the lost things are. But I still set a plate, still pour the wine, still talk to your ghost when the porch lights shine. There's gravel in the prayer I said, dust on the Bible beside our bed, and I can't tell hope from a worn out curse. But I sing you back in every verse. If you ever come back, bring the rain, not the flame, 'cause I burn through every part of your name. I walk past fields that forgot your face, barefoot bleeding, slow in grace. Even the wind don't ask me why, it just hums like a hymn, too tired to cry. There's a cross in the barn made of shattered pine, built from promises that never align, and I keep the nails
feel that hurt when honest is more than real. So here's to the